Hello, it's the Goof. Yes, it's dark again. Up during the day, it's very difficult to keep my bedroom cool. I have an air conditioner running, but it doesn't do enough. But basically, this light overhead of me gets really hot, and it heats up the room exponentially. What is that freaking word? I don't know what the word is, but it does it. It makes it very, very, very hot in here. Just that light bulb alone. Not to mention it's getting hot outside. It's already a little after 2 a.m. I mean p.m. Sorry, a little after 2 p.m. Okay, this video is basically a verbal review of the newer, well, I won't say newer. I'll just say the Robocop reboot. I just watched it finally. And at first there was this invocation. There was an evoking of nostalgia and memories when the first theme played. It's only a piece of the theme, of course, but it's that da 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 da. But it's just that one little part. You don't hear it often enough. When he sets out and he goes to do his job, I expected him right when he got on that motorcycle and took off out of the place. I expected to hear that theme playing. And I didn't hear that theme. I had heard some new theme that sounded too much like the new Batman theme, that random symphony string going. What? It's so horrible. It's not even. It's lazy. I hate themes like that. A lot of modern themes nowadays are very lazy. They're very uncreative. Basically, somebody knew how to make music but didn't know how to make music. If you see what I'm saying, and a lot of people are like that nowadays. People mock the fellow who did the themes for like Beetlejuice and the original Batman and everything. They mock that theme, but those themes sound good in comparison. But so starting off with that theme that they showed at the very beginning of the movie, at first I'm like, all right, it got me pumped. Partly nostalgia, but it got me pumped. But then as the movie progressed and you hardly hear the theme, and then you realize that the movie is not your traditional superhero type movie. Because what the original Robocop movies were about a superhero, basically. A man who almost died was brought back part machine, made a superhero, and fought injustice. They kind of have that here, but there's too much political stuff going on in the movie. Way too much political stuff going on. It's not like the original. Of course, it's not going to be like the original exactly, but I just feel like the way they went about it was wrong. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it just didn't click with me. I will say this: they did leave room open for a sequel. I mean, they show him at the end, but I don't think they're going to make a sequel because I don't think this one did very well. But they show him at the end. You know, they put him in his new suit and everything. And this time he's not black. I'm sorry, but that was a horrible, horrible thing to do. And instead of Omnicorp on his badge, instead of Omnicorp, it had an actual police badge engraved into his armor. That was cool. Yeah, there's going to be spoilers. If you haven't seen it, then by now there's something wrong with you if you haven't seen it by now. It's been out for a while. But as I watched through the movie, I just had this sense of longing. And now I just have that sense of, hey, I should watch the original 3 movies to wash the bad taste out of my mouth. Because I seriously did not like how they went about this movie. I understand that they didn't want to go like they did the same route as they did with the original. I can understand that. But at the same time, no. At the same time, not impressed, really. I think if they had done it upright, it could have been better. The whole political thing that kept being shown off, that was wrong, too. I like the part where he's investigating his own murder, and he's overriding the system and everything and doing what he wants to do. That was a good part. But the theme of the movie also changed drastically compared to the original. In the original, he started off very machine-like, and he eventually finds his humanity. In this one, he's already got his humanity. It's about his humanity coping with the machine, his human side coping with the machine. And there's just a lot making me. And there are some cringing moments. In the original Robocop, he ate like a baby food paste. That's what he ate. In this one, he doesn't eat anything. They put him through some sort of filtering thing to filter out everything needed and put in what he needs. And, I don't know. It had its own. The original had its cringe-worthy moments, but this one had its own. It was a different kind of cringe. It was a different kind of just a different kind. Just the thoughts that went through my head when I saw that stuff happening. Oh my god! It felt very inhuman compared to the original. The original, he still felt human because what he had to eat was like a paste, very simplistic. Plus, I still think he had a lot of stuff inside of him that was still human. In this one, what's left of him is his head, part of his spine, and some lungs and stuff right through here. And, oh yes, and his hand. That's it. I thought maybe it might have been his whole arm going up into the armor. No, it's just his hand. Just his hand. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say about that. All in all, the movie is just, it kind of echoes what we're going through right now. There's actual talk. We already are going into talks about, this is the stuff of science fiction, or it was years ago, but we're already going into talks about machines and humans being in control and stuff in the government. There's already this talk about AI and how it could run amok. Of course it could run amok. We've seen enough movies. Movies aren't gobbledygook 9 times out of 10. They're thought-provoking. They really speak to the soul. They speak from wisdom, and they tell a lot of bad things that could happen if we don't watch ourselves. And unfortunately, there's a lot of stupid people in the world. We have a stupid government filled with stupid idiots that think they know better, but they don't. Look, they're not supposed to be in control, and I've said this before, but that's kind of what's... Actually, the government in this movie, I like this government. This government refuses to have machines on the street. Good call, actually. While it was a corporation, really, when it comes to the political thing going on in the movie, it's the company versus the government. I like this government in this movie. This government is mindful of its citizens. It's mindful of the overall views. It's mindful of this stuff. While in our real life, our government isn't very mindful of anything. They feel like they're rulers. That's what they come off as rulers, as if they're in control. And here's the other thing. It seems that while the government in this movie did everything right, our real government does everything wrong. They accept bribes, basically. That's one of the things I want to say. When a lobbyist goes to Washington and hands money to a politician, that's a bribe. That is a bribe! I don't care what you call it, it's a bribe! Yeah, this review is partly political, I'm sorry. It's a bribe. I don't care what you call it. If a lobbyist is handing a guy money saying you're going to do this, right? It's a bribe and they should be going to jail. The politician should go to jail for accepting the bribe, and the lobbyist should go to jail for trying to give him the bribe. That's how I feel about it. But, yeah. Overall, the movie's, I guess it's okay. It's not a horrible movie. It is watchable. If you've never seen the first one, that's the problem. If you've seen the first one, you're just longing to see the first one. And I don't have it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to get all 3 installments. I'm going to get all 3 installments of Robocop, the movies, and the original. And I'm going to watch them here eventually. Just to watch it how it should be. And as much as everybody hated Part 3, people hated Robocop 3. I still liked it. I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, this has been the Goof. And overall, what would I give them if it was between? Let's see. Let's call my scoring a 3-tier score. A 3-tier score. 3 stars. That's total. 3 stars is perfect. 1 star is 2 stars. 2 stars. 2 stars. No, just 2 stars. It's okay. 3 stars, great. That's going to be my rating reviews for everything. So, what do I give Robocop, the new reboot? I'll give it a 2. It's watchable, but it's not super fantastic. It's not horrible, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's just, it's okay. So that's my review of Robocop. Sorry for fiddling with stuff again. And that's it. That's it for this video. I'm going to review some other stuff. I need to go over Shovel Knight. I'll go over that in the next video. 10 minutes is long enough to go on about this. Alright, this has been the Goof. Yes, it's dark again. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure you should be able to see me. If you can't see me, turn some brightness up a little. Just a little. I can see myself on my own monitor. I'm looking at myself right now. It's lighting up my face. My monitor is lighting up my face. Let's try something here. Ooh, that made it even brighter. I should have done that. Bring up some white pictures and stuff to make it tremendously bright. Oh, yes, there we go. Ah, yes, there we go. I should have done this to begin with. Now you can see me better. All right, this has been the Goof. Y'all have a great whatever. Bye.